We are so pleased to have on set today Sue Giovanetti, who is the CEO of the Plymouth Area Coalition for the Homeless. Welcome, Sue.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I checked your website and I was amazed at the amount of services that you offer through the coalition. Let's talk a little bit about how you got to be, what the little background is, and then what you're doing now.
Sure. The Plymouth Area Coalition actually came into being in 1985 when a group of concerned citizens in Plymouth actually became very much aware of homeless individuals living in their cars in the state forest. That started a real think tank and a movement of action to solve those problems and to make an effort to provide housing and resources for those experiencing extreme poverty in our community.
And it's just grown from
there. And
it's
grown since that time. The founders were really, really instrumental in starting a very strong program for the greater Plymouth area.
And where are you located?
We are located at 149 Bishops Highway, which is Route 80.
Yep.
We're on about 2.2 acres, and on our campus is the Plymouth Coalition Food Pantry and the Pilgrim's Hope Family Shelter. The shelter is a family shelter. We have housing for 13 homeless families.
At a time?
At a time.
Okay.
That number, we're always at 13. But
people transition in and out.
They transition in and out
Yep.
with the help of our case managers and the programs that we offer to help strengthen families. So, unfortunately, there's a consistent need for the housing.
Of course there is.
I suspect if we had 20 units, we would be able to keep them filled.
I'm sure. So you don't actually place people yourself. You don't place these families in the shelter. It's done through the
DHCD.
Okay.
So the state.
That's through the state.
Yes. So the state will assign families that are homeless to our shelter, and from the minute they arrive at Pilgrim's Hope, we start working with them. We have a great case management program. They're very successful in working with the families and helping to strengthen them. We have an education program. 3 days a week we offer education classes in parenting, nutrition, personal health, and then around that we also offer quarterly, more or less, courses that might be in resume writing,
to help them
personal finance.
For when they leave.
The goal is to help build families to self-sufficiency and permanent housing.
So when they leave, they're in a much better place than when they came.
Absolutely.
Do the children get education? I mean, the children are all different ages?
So, we have newborns and we have 18-year-olds.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
They
Children
should be
of
in
all
school
ages,
somewhere.
and they're enrolled in schools. They're either enrolled in the local school system, or they're also the McKinney-Vento Act allows them to stay in the community from where they were originally residing.
Okay.
So they do attend
so they can go
various
back to school to where they have been before.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. You also have a food pantry, and you have a really cool thing coming up starting this weekend. Is your pop-up food pantry? So talk about that.
Right. So we became very much aware that through a report that was generated by the Boston Foundation on for the Greater Boston Food Bank, that there were a great number of underserviced areas, and in particular in the South Shore.
Right.
So we know that the demand for our services at the Coalition Food Pantry is always very strong.
Sure.
We wanted to be sure that we were doing a maximum amount of outreach to the larger community so that we could bring in as many clients as needed our assistance.
So this is going to be at the Kingston Collection.
So what it is we're a member of the New Kingston Farmers Market.
Okay.
And whose location will take place at the Kingston Collection.
In the parking lot.
In the parking lot. So we're very excited. We have a new van that we were able to purchase with the help of Tracy Chevrolet.
Great.
And Greg Brenner of Brenner Signs did a wonderful wrapping type graphics.
So that shows who you are and what you're doing.
Right.
And you have pre-made meals?
So what'll be, there'll be bags filled with non-perishable foods. We'll also have different personal, I'll say personal hygiene type
shampoo,
articles and
toothpaste, all
things.
that.
So those will be available for people that need them. But most importantly, we'll have the resource information for those individuals who may not be on SNAP benefits or may require further assistance. And
so this might be their first foray into it, to understand what's available to them.
Our initiative is really about making those people in need of services available about what's out there for them.
And it's anyone from the South Shore can go
yes,
there. It's not limited to Plymouth.
Absolutely.
Now, talk to me about the Children's Holiday Fund and the Voice in the Night.
Right. So first, the Voice in the Night. The Voice in the Night is a 24-hour hotline. Basically, we have 24-hour residential staff, and what we do is we provide a resource line for individuals who may find themselves at any particular hour in the day in need of services. So it could be food, it could be housing, it could be some form of abuse. We have all of that information available, and our staff will guide them to the resources that can best suit them.
Perfect.
Yes.
And that's 24/7.
Absolutely.
The Children's Holiday Fund, and it kind of piggybacks, I think, with Lila and Hendrix Teddy Bear program.
Yeah. So Children's Holiday Fund, we're already starting to think about it and prepare for the upcoming holiday season. We work with the Old Colony Memorial and Community News. As folks that have been in the area for a long time know, Phyllis Hughes many, many years ago started the Children's Holiday Fund. We had the opportunity to take over the coordination of that fund
so it's like a
quite
toy drive?
some time ago. Yes. Well, in addition to toys and gifts, we provide family holiday meals. We provide the
just give a little special touch to the holiday.
Coats, pajamas, and but the children families put in a wish list, and we match the wish list, and then we also match when families or companies offer to sponsor a child or a family. You get the wish list.
That's great.
So
and also you have a Lila and Hendrix Teddy Bear program. So every child that comes in there, whether they're an infant up to 18, we feel need a teddy bear.
So at that moment when you enter shelter, there's probably nothing that could compare to that. And for a child, it may be their first time in shelter. It may not be.
Right.
But they need that reassurance, that feeling of love. Their parents or family members are feeling the stress and all the emotions that come with that. So one of our board members, Christy Nelson, and her family really spearheaded this movement, and it has taken off tremendously. We couldn't be any more pleased. So much to the point that we're expanding it now, and we haven't come up with all the funding yet, but we're expanding it to include counseling for the children.
Great.
So just to take it the next step.
Wonderful. I wish we had more time. We are actually way over budget on our time here. So it's the Plymouth Area Coalition for the Homeless.
Correct.
And your website, if you go to Plymouth Area Coalition for the Homeless, you will get right there. And it's a great effort you're doing. Wonderful. Congratulations. Thank you for all the people that you're serving. And I'm sure we'll hear future updates from you.
You will, for sure. Thank you so much.